Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be taking a look at the release in Rampage pack. And this includes an Atrociraptor. So let's start looking at the box. So first we have a Tyrannosaurus over here with the Jurassic Dominion logo. Then we have the name right there. Then we have some nice brick Malta colorings. Along with up here, and you can also see that in the background sort of. Then on the side has the Jurassic World logo. Then we have the Jurassic Facts app. The actual Atrociraptor with the kind of like crate, and then her. I can't remember her name. I know her name's right here, but I cannot pronounce that. And a little like nighttime setting up there, and the Pyroraptor. And let's get this figure out of the box. Okay, so here it is. Let's take it out. We can just slide this out right here, and just get rid of that. Then you can see the Malta background a little bit better. And then it's like in this cardboard part. So let's actually get this out, which first we're going to need some scissors to actually cut this out. Which I think we should be able to cut those from under there. Then we got this kind of crate out and the Atrociraptor out. Then let's get the rest of the parts out, which I believe, oh actually we can take this out and take a look at Jurassic Facts app. And this nice background, I'm probably going to keep this, because I actually keep all my boxes, but this is a nice little background that you can use. But basically, we can just get this out somehow. Oh, okay, these seem to be a little bit trickier now. Okay, so we got the door out. Then we can get the human figure out. Okay, so we got her out. Then we can get the extra parts out. I'm going to do it off camera. Okay, so we got those out of the packaging as well. Let's start taking a look at this. First, let's start with the actual main part of the set. And it's actually the, well, Atrociraptor Ghost. This is actually my first Atrociraptor. So yeah, here's my first, this is going to be my first Atrociraptor. And it is Atrociraptor Ghost. Let me just get rid of that plastic. And here is Atrociraptor Ghost. This is going to be a pretty nice figure, actually. Just angle this down a bit. This is a pretty nice figure, actually. This is my first time actually seeing Ghost. I've seen all the other Raptors because they're not in like packs, but this is the only pack I can get Ghost in. And Ghost looks pretty nice, actually. So you got articulated shins in the arms, articulated neck where you can go up and down, an articulated jaw, of course. And this neck is also kind of on a bulger because you can kind of swivel around like that. Legs can go forwards and backwards. They do not go outwards, unfortunately, and the arms do not do that either. And then the tail can swivel for some reason. Let me get the scan code up real fast before I do forget. This is a little bit tricky to get up. Give me a second. Okay, so here is Atrociraptor's scan code. If anyone would like it, just give me a second. Here it is. I'll probably have to get another one on there soon. But anyways, here's the Atrociraptor Ghost figure. It has nice coloring. It only goes from about here to here, and it's mostly just some brown streaks, but it's still a really nice figure, and it has actually some pretty nice red eyes as well. And it has a nice skull shape, so I really like this figure. Next, let's move on to the human figure. Here's the human figure. The black pants, this, I don't know what to call this, but here it is. And it's arm articulation right here. And it's all on ball joint right here. The neck the head should be able to turn. Yeah, it turns just not very much. Well, it turns just really stiff. The legs, you can move forwards, backwards, and then outwards. Then the knees bend, and I think they turn. Yes, they turn. So yeah, there's for the human figure. There is no waist articulation as far as I can tell, which is different from other Jurassic World figures. But anyway, here's the figure. Then we also have two other little accessories right here. I'm assuming a stun rod from the movie, and then like the kind of like clicker thing they press to like make the Atrociraptors attack. So yeah, that's pretty nice. And then we have the absolutely enormous cage, which this thing is pretty huge. You can put this door on right here. I don't know exactly how it goes on. I think it goes on like this, possibly. Give me a second if I can figure that out and show you guys. Okay, it's kind of tricky, but I figured it out. So basically, you got to put it in to these kind of like things right here, a little bit tricky to get into. I don't know if you're supposed to actually take it off once you put it back in. Basically, it's really tricky, but you gotta kind of like put it into the grooves on the side of the cage right there. And then you can just like slide it down. Okay, it's a little bit tricky, but yeah, it goes down. And then you can pull it back up, but I think you're supposed to keep it on once you put it on there. And then you can put your Atrociraptor in here. Real quick, let's take a look at this. Nice little metal with little scratches on it. And yeah. And so here's this part of the set. This set is pretty good. So basically, the Atrociraptor is about the size of the cage, of course. Then she's about as tall as the Atrociraptor, and then these little accessories are very small. Let's real fast move on to size comparisons. So first, let's start with let's measure. So the Atrociraptor comes in at about 8 inches. Then the box comes out about 8 inches as well, and then this comes at about like 5 inches. Then the actual human figure, I would say, is about maybe like 4 inches. Next, let's move on to the size comparisons. And the first figure we want to compare it to is the Extreme Damage Allosaurus, which this thing is absolutely huge. I might not be able to even put it into shot. But yeah, the Allosaurus is huge. Here's the Allosaurus compared to the thing. It's about twice as long. And it is absolutely enormous. Next, let's compare it to the Velociraptor. So we can see how big it is compared to the Atrociraptor. Which, it's honestly seems a bit shorter and it's more skinnier than the Atrociraptor. Let me just put it down into this position more if we can see. The Velociraptor seems a bit longer, but the Atrociraptor seems a bit taller, but this one's kind of more of a squatting position. But yeah, they're very similar in length. I don't know which one's longer, really. But yeah, so that's it compared to a Velociraptor. Next, let's real fast compare it to a Pyroraptor, which it is basically very similar in length. I think the Atrociraptor might be slightly longer, but it is definitely taller. Then, the last one we will be comparing it to is the figure of Jeff Goldblum, or Ian Malcolm. And he's about the same height as the other human figure here. And yeah, about this big compared to the Atrociraptor. Would I recommend this set? Yes, I would. It's actually a very good set. It's not the worst price. It's a little bit higher price than I would recommend for it, but I did see it on sale a few times, and honestly, that's a better price for it. But this set is a pretty good 10 out of 10. I recommend getting it, especially if you do not have any Atrociraptors. This is a good set to get it. And then you already have this crate if you want to get more. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
Hello there. I'd like to let you guys know that, well, let me show you. We've got merch. So, please buy some merch.